Coming up next on Virginia Outdoor Life, striped bass season is back. We'll take you out for all the opening day action. Plus, we'll go deep into the woods bow hunting for whitetail and find out what these Girl Scout leaders were up to canoeing in Great Bridge. These stories and more just ahead on Virginia Outdoor Life.
Okay.
And welcome back to Virginia Outdoor Life. My name is Jim Hale, and we are so excited to have you with us today because it is a very special week for sportsmen in Virginia Beach. Oh, by the way, this guy is the captain, Eric Burnley, in case you didn't know.
Yes, I am.
And it is a special week.
Yes, it was. It was a good week. It was the opening of striped bass season, and I'm telling you, it was a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. I was a little surprised that there weren't more people out on opening day.
It looked a little bumpy out there.
Well, it was a little bumpy, but I mean, if you can't take a little bumpy, you know, what are you fishing for? You know,
Right.
People are afraid of getting wet. Why do they hang around the water? I don't know. But it was a good day. We saw a lot of people, and everybody we saw just about was catching fish. So it was a good opening day, although the weather could have been a little milder.
And you guys got started bright and early.
Yes, we did. We started very, very early, still dark, and we were getting ourselves ready, and we started our day at the marina at Marina Shores in Virginia Beach. It's the first day of rockfish season. We're here at Marina Shores. Group getting ready to go out for the first day. Larry, what do you expect to do today, and where do you expect to go fishing?
Well, we expect to try some shallow plugs around the 3rd and 4th island initially, and we have some deep diving plugs that we'll troll later on if the shallow plugs don't work or if the fish go deep.
We wish you all a lot of good luck.
Thanks a lot.
High winds and rough seas kept most anglers at the dock on the opening day of striped bass season. But a few did venture out to the 3rd and 4th island, and they were glad they did as they got a jump start on everybody else. On the peninsula, the situation was a little bit better. The sheltered water around the James River Bridge was available to small boat anglers, and they managed to catch limits of striped bass, wireline trolling, and casting bucktails. You gentlemen were fishing a little different than the last folks we talked to. You all been wireline trolling, and you were using a bucktail. What part of the bridge? You trolled right along the bridge?
Right along the pilings.
So why don't you give us a look at what you caught here today? You got your limit?
Here.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Heading further up the bay to Deltaville, the water was almost slick calm, but unfortunately the rockfish had not shown up in numbers as yet. This morning we watched the sun rise on Long Creek in Virginia Beach, and this evening we watched it set over Broad Creek in Deltaville. In between, we watched a lot of people catch a lot of striped bass on opening day 1995.
Woo-wee! How's the rest of the season stack up, Captain?
It's going to be good. The water's cooling off now. It's about 67, 68 degrees out there. It'll keep dropping down. We'll have striped bass until it gets well into the low 50s. So we should have them right on through December. The cooler the water, the better it's going to get.
What you got there for
Well, this was a new toy for me. When we were up on the peninsula, they were using this thing called a Striper Delight. I had never heard of one before. I came back to the south side and I asked all my friends here, and they'd never heard of one. Oh, one guy said he had, but he probably was lying, just didn't want to look stupid. But that's what it is, and this is the way it works. You put it on your bucktail, and it twitches along the bottom, and that was the hot bait up on the peninsula there at the James River Bridge, was a Striper Delight and a bucktail. So that's just something new that I had not seen before, and I'm sure all the people on the peninsula are saying, boy, how could he be so stupid, never heard of a Striper Delight, but We're just a little backward here on the south side. I guess we haven't caught on to it
we
yet.
just discovered the weed eater, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, okay.
But what's your next fishing adventure going to be?
Oh, we'll probably try for some big bluefish, work off the wrecks when we're not striped bass fishing at the bridge tunnel.
Okay, good. I can't wait to get out there with you guys.
Yeah, we need to get out and get some of those big bluefish off the wrecks and 15, 18-pound blues.
Sounds good to me, Chief.
Hey.
All right. Well, the striped bass, definitely the big news of this week, but a lot of other things going on. And you can see with the weather cooling off, you might choose to get your outdoor entertainment inside. If that's the case, head to Nauticus and check out To See the Sea, featuring works by famed underwater photographer Al Giddens. He shot the underwater scenes for the movie The Abyss and The Deep. The guy's a serious photographer. He's also done some great still work. You can see all that as well as sea life, diving displays, and interactive exhibits. Gibbons' works will remain at Nauticus through next January. In other news, the Virginia Game Fishing Tagging Program has topped 1,000 fish tagged now. The program in its first year is being done to help track and research fish. And Captain, perhaps you can enlighten us as to what this is all about.
What they did was through the saltwater fishing license monies, they instituted a program where the biologists and the other people involved in the science of fish tagging trained recreational fishermen. They trained them so that they would know how to tag the fish and how the fish should be handled so that they survive the tagging process. And so far, as we just said, they've tagged over 1,000 fish this year. And the benefit is that these are fish that aren't normally tagged by biologists,
right,
because they're recreationally important fish. Because a lot of times the biologists are more interested in the commercially important fish and they don't study the recreational fish. This gives them an opportunity to tag recreational important fish, speckled trout, black drum, red drum,
right,
tautog, fish like that, and that's where the 1,000 fish have come in that have been tagged.
See, if you ever wondered where your saltwater fishing license money was going,
that's right.
There you go.
That's right. It's been a real good program, and it's in its first year. It's just getting going. They've already got like an 8% tag return, which is very, very. It sounds real low, but anything over 2 or 3% is considered high on tag returns, and they've gotten them already.
It's amazing to me they can get that many back.
Oh yeah,
Really
well they got one on the same fish the same day.
No kidding. We got And we'd like to thank Mr. Dale Lewis, who donated our new prop up there. It's a mighty fine looking buck we got up there on the wall.
Beautiful whitetail, I'll tell you, beautiful.
Yes, indeed. If we haven't done so already, we want to welcome you back to Virginia Outdoor Life. Glad to have you with us, and we're going to move right along deep into the woods right now, where one of the fastest growing forms of deer hunting is bow hunting. It is a special challenge that I learned about with a local bow hunter earlier this week. We went to the backwoods of Chesapeake, and that's where this adventure took place.
Everybody ready to go hunt?
There's much to get ready for when you go bow hunting. Local hunter Barney Barnhill meticulously prepares for every hunt. 1 hour before sunrise, he covers his camouflage with non-scent spray and uses an actual deer dorsal gland as a lure.
Woo! It's working.
Yes, it is. How deadly is this thing?
It's very deadly at 40 yards, 35 yards. You want to try to make sure you have a heart kill so the deer won't run off and die where you can't find him.
Oh boy, I feel like I'm going trick-or-treating or something.
Might be.
Somewhere out there, you just knew that big buck was waiting. Today, I was just a spectator, but my pulse was racing as Barney looked for the prime spot to set up.
We're gonna see if we can't go down here and sit on this grapevine and maybe do some shooting this morning. I think all the deer back in the swamp on the edge, right over on a ridge, right on the other side of the swamp. And I think they'll come over here and feed.
Now, it was time to just sit and wait. Barney tried a few calls to bring them in. We finally called off the hunt after a few hours on the stand, but that only makes the anticipation greater for the next hunt.
Well, we didn't see him today.
No, but he's here. We'll sneak up on him another day.
Okay. Yeah, we just want to tell you that was an actual deer call. That wasn't some other just strange noise there. The bow season, by the way, going on statewide right now. It'll really heat up locally when the gun season ends November 20th. Now, if you're looking to find out just how to get started, a great place to learn is the Bait Barn in Virginia Beach. There, David Watson will give you a lesson and get you on your way. He's a great teacher. Check it out. Show us that.
To be sure that you're looking through it the same every time.
Okay. Okay, where do we go from here now?
Okay, the release goes on the bottom under the knot. Just push it forward and it will lock onto the string.
Okay.
Don't touch the trigger.
Okay.
Okay, now when you draw, you don't want to hit that trigger at all until you're sure where you're going to be.
So that's not a bad first shot, huh?
No, it's not at all.
All right.
A shot a little lower than that would send your animal running and you'd be looking for him at about probably 60 or 70. That's another good shot right there.
Oh yeah, you know, bow hunting is really different. There's a special appeal to it. It's mighty challenging, as you can imagine.
It's an extreme challenge because you have to get so close to your quarry. You can't be 200 and 300 yards away and drop them with a high-powered rifle. You've got to be 25 yards, 30 at the most, and you've got to be able to get yourself positioned so that deer will come that close to you. It's a the most challenging way to hunt deer, I believe.
Well, one of these days we're going to get a picture up close of one of those big bucks here.
Absolutely.
I promise you we will. Okay, it's time now to turn the show over to you, the viewers. Let's take a look at your big catches in the Outdoor Scrapbook.
First up is Denise Stadler of Temperatesville, Virginia. She was fishing with Bobby Umflett of Chincoteague when she landed this prize flounder. The catch won her 2 contests sponsored by the Coastal Conservation Association of Virginia, and they paid her $500 for catching the 3-pound, 9-ounce flounder.
We turn the page to find Heidi Sutton, Jennifer McKinney, and Kim McKeithen, better known as the Chesapeake Bay Treble Hookers, and they had no trouble bringing in these striped bass last season. That puppy looks like a hungry boy, too.
Kay and the Catfish from Richmond show off their cobia caught at Silver Beach. If the name sounds familiar, the Catfish is a disc jockey on a Richmond radio station.
And finally, check out Captain Gilly. The captain from Deltaville shows off a very impressive cobia. If you'd like
And welcome back to Virginia Outdoor Life. The Girl Scouts of America are building a brand new center in Chesapeake. It would be easy enough to drive there, but regional leaders recently took the scenic route to their property. Starting at the Great Bridge Locks, they canoed and kayaked their way to the 11-acre site. Here's a look at their adventure.
Cape Henry. Figure it's about a 2-hour time difference. Just put it right here to bed. See the kingfisher sitting there? There he goes. We have 11 acres here on both 5 acres to the south and 6 acres to the north of Bells Mill Creek. And we're currently developing the south side, and it'll have a program center on it and a fitness trail and boardwalks across the wetlands. Pad up here in the bow, and I had this dream and been working on it for a long time. Pat found the property, worked with the committee that found the property, and we purchased the property in 1989. and been working since then to pay off the land. It was paid off last year in April, and then started raising money to build. We're building here a place for girls. That's what we call it. Our 11-acre site here is going to be a place for girls.
What a beautiful place that is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah. It's like you say, it's a lot of water around here, and that's one way to certainly enjoy the backwaters is in a canoe where you hardly disturb the environment at all. You just take it easy, and you can see the birds and all the wildlife. It's a really nice way to go.
Yeah, it just kind of gets you all mellowed out.
Yeah,
just
right.
watching
Just watch it. I'm already asleep.
Yeah, all right, now time for the home video segment of the show. This is when we take a look at video you shot while doing your thing in the great outdoors. This week's video is of Angie Clements of Virginia Beach. This is her fishing on the Mattapony River in King and Queen County. What you got there, Captain?
Well, that's a sunfish. She got herself a nice little sunfish there.
A little panfish, and on the same trip, it's Jennifer Pulley pulling up a monster here. Oh my gosh, she caught it on a 20-pound test line.
What is it?
A little smallmouth bass, actually, out of the Mattapony. Hello. Yes, welcome back to the show. Time for this week's hot product, and have we got a great one for you this week. It's sitting right down here. This is called a Rollies. It'll take your boat anywhere you want it to go. I want to tell you, this is something kind of amazing. We went out and took some pictures of the Rollies with the inventor, Mr. Bill Tuggle. This man invented these things. They are for sale in every state in America and in 35 countries, and we have got one for you right here. There's Mr. Tuggle right there. Look at him. It's incredible.
It really is. I have the surf cart that Rollies makes, and I can go up on the surf, carry all my fishing gear, and pull it with one little finger right down to the softest sand. These are great, great things.
Yeah, there's the number if you want to give them a call. If you're interested in one of these, you probably see these beach carts all over the place down at the ocean front. They're also very popular for people that have the jet skis to move those in and out. Yep. We've got one right here. This thing goes for $250, but we're going to give one away free,
right.
doggone
Let's give it away.
And I'm going to reach back here right now and to our crab trap. And by the way, thank you folks very much for sending in all your cards for the hot product. And here is our winner. Captain, give me the drum roll. The winner is Reese Milligan of Gloucester Point, Virginia. And he said, thank you so much for joining us. The captain and I are going to be out there in the outdoors, fishing and hunting and doing whatever. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.